Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 21 of From Ground to Games. If you're new here, what I am doing is I am going out and picking up change, collecting that, buying items, flipping them in order to build a game collection 100% free from just the change that I am picking up. And so last week, I didn't really have any footage of myself going out and buying or flipping anything. I just did a tips and tricks episode, as well as showed off my entire game collection, as well as went over the value. Guys, through 20 weeks, I am still amazed at what we have been able to find to flip and put funds back to also buy video games. And so everything that we are putting into this collection is making me extremely happy, and I'm glad that I started this process. So this week, I just wanted to ask y'all a question of the week is, what is your favorite console? For me, as you know, I think I've spoke about this in the past. For handhelds wise, like I said, I think some people don't consider handhelds to be consoles, even though the Switch and the Switch 2 are both. But for myself, the Nintendo DS Lite is probably my favorite handheld of all time. I had that one growing up and had a ton of games on it, and it also played Game Boy Advance games. And so that is probably my close second is the Game Boy Advance. And then actual consoles, there's three of the main ones that we had growing up were the 64, the GameCube, and then also the Xbox 360. And so probably my favorite console of all time out of those is the GameCube. But I actually enjoy collecting for the Wii the most, because you can still go out and you can go to garage sales, you can go to thrift stores, you can go to pawn shops, and anywhere you look, you can still find Wii games. And actually, that's probably the one that I enjoy collecting for the most of a console. But I just like video games, right? I've been collecting on my own personal collection, not for YouTube. A lot of Switch games. I absolutely love playing the Switch. My wife and I play a lot of Switch games, as well as just the Nintendo Switch Online with the old Nintendo 64. We like playing the Pokémon Stadium 2 and the mini games on there. So we enjoy doing that in our free time. But this is episode 21. Let's get into the footage.
There you go. We just sold this for $14.99 plus shipping. Gotta get it packed up. And we bought it for like $2 at a Goodwill. And so we should be able to get about $11 to $12 after fees. Alright, y'all. Just sold this Dungeon Master on VHS. Remember, I picked up these 3 VHS. I had a little $2 credit from a broken CD, so I picked these up for like $1.08. They all sold, I think, for in between $15 and $25. As I said, this one just sold for $15. I had it listed for $25, but they've recently been selling for like $10 to $15, so I took the offer for $15. Gonna get this packed up, shipped out, and then I think we should get like $10 to $12 for it. Alright, so I just sold both of these. I picked this up from the McKay store for $6.99 or $5.99, I think, because it is pretty scratched. And I did put that in, see, pretty scratched. I put that in the description. Somebody still bought it for $11.99, so close to a double up. And then this one we just bought at the Paymore store, sealed, for like $3 or $4, and it sold for $12.99. So I'm gonna pack these up and then get these added to our game fund. All right, I just sold these. I bundled them together, put it for $15, and it sold in a few days. So do not be scared to bundle up games that you don't think are worth selling alone. I'm gonna pack these up and I'll be able to add that money to our game fund. Done and done. Hey, how's it going, Tim?
Day off today, huh?
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you, brother.
I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Enjoy.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
You saw that I just went and picked up 5 more games from the same person that I picked up all those games for $150. He sent me another picture, and I'll show it to you, of a few games that he found. And so he found a GBA game, Ed, Ed, and Eddie, the Miss Ed Adventures. Power Rangers for the Genesis, right? This one, definitely going to keep that one in my collection. A kind of a beat up Tony Hawk's Pro Skater for the N64. Both sides are, the labels are pretty wrecked, so I'm probably just going to sell that one. Try to get like 10 bucks for it. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo Mystery for the SNES, probably going to keep this one. And then Kung Fu for the NES, going to keep this one as well. So $20, 5 games from someone I've already done business with, so it's a good pickup.
Alright guys, so you see my total, right? It was not, she put that I rounded up. I did not round up anything on here. So it was $21.87, right? So I got the 13 cents back, and as you can see, I got this one Wares, all DVDs, and then one of them were a color of the week. So one of the DVDs was only $1. Let me show you what I got.
Alright y'all, so an amazing find at Goodwill today. I walked around once, didn't find anything. If you have time to actually sit in Goodwill and scan stuff, make sure you do that, right? As I said, I walked through once, didn't find anything. I had a little bit of time before I needed to be in work today, so you know I could be in there for 15 or 20 minutes just kind of scanning and looking at stuff. Huge find today because I actually did some research and scanned stuff. Life and Times of 10, the complete season 2, right? Is in there. 1 and disc 2. This is like $20. And remember, for this is the one that was blue, so I only paid $1 for that one. That's $20. Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother, right? Gene Wilder movie. That's like $20. Bert and Ernie's Wordplay. This has been in there for like 3 weeks and I've never looked it up. I think I should be able to get $10 to $15 for this one. Paid $2 for it. This is why you look up DVDs, right? Dog Bites Man, 1 through 5, 6 through 9. Didn't know what this was. Saw some of the people I recognize, Zach Galifianakis, right? I don't know what these other people are, but I recognize them. So I looked it up. I think these 2 DVDs by themselves go for like $50 to $60. This is the complete series, episodes 1 through 9. Crazy find. Got these for $4. Should be able to flip it for like $50. 2 Mel Brooks DVDs, To Be or Not to Be, or The 12 Chairs. I think I should be able to sell each one of those for $20. And then I have no clue what this thing is, right? It's some little project starter kit. Everything is in there. Everything is still sealed. I should be able to sell this for $50. So I paid about $22 for everything and should be able to make almost $200 after I sell it all. An amazing find today. Guys, make sure you are doing your research at Goodwill, especially for DVDs or stuff that you've never seen before. This is how you build a game collection.
All right, y'all, so I just wanted to go over this pickup. You saw bits and pieces of it, of what I just got, right? Now, if you know anything about this, when I first saw this, I had never seen this before. I saw this and I thought this was like, at first I thought it was the 2DS actual console. I was mistaken, so I messaged them about pictures, and it was just, you saw it was just this, right? And I have not opened this yet, so I'm going to open on camera and just show you what this is, right? If you've never seen it before, like me. It is a little just code, right, for the 3DS. This is for their 20th anniversary. For the 3DS, it's just Pokemon Blue, right? And it gives you like a map and stuff. But inside of this, I believe, is it a magnet? I don't know if that's a magnet or not. And then this is some little stickers with the starters. And then this is the map. of everything. I think there's supposed to be a code in here somewhere. Not sure, but I got this, right? Because this is technically like the 3DS. Oh. Hold on. Let me see it before I show y'all. Oh, this is the code for the actual game, right? So the code is on the back of here, and so yeah, paid $60 for this. It's for the Virtual Console. I'm never going to use this. I just thought it was extremely cool, and like I said, Pokemon Blue was my favorite Pokemon, and so I thought this was a great collectible to add to our collection. So I did it. Let me know if you would have bought this for $60, because technically it's $60 for just cardboard and paper. So let me know if you would buy this. There you go. So these are the pickups for today, right? The 5 for $20 from the guy I paid these for earlier. And then the rest of the stuff was some Goodwill, right? $20, $22-ish for the rest of the stuff. All of the stuff from Goodwill I will be selling and hopefully get about $150 to $200 to the fund. And then all of this stuff, I think the only thing I'm actually going to sell is this because it's a little beat up to get a little bit of funds back, but all of this will be added to our game collection. Found a dime. Still on that run. Found another dime. 26 cents on my run this morning. There you go. I only got 2. Everything else in there was missing the disc. So Twilight Forever, the Complete Saga DVD, and then Blu-ray Die Hard Legacy Collection. $4.37. I'll be able to turn this, I think, into around $40.
Guys, I can't believe I found this. As you know, Pokemon Blue will forever be my favorite Pokemon game. And to add a little bit of that into my game collection, I am absolutely thrilled. Now, of course, this is not Pokemon Blue for the Game Boy. I still hope to one day add a complete in box Pokemon Blue version to our game collection. But for now, this will do. This is for the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. You'll see you have Blastoise on it, Pocket Monsters. This is the Japanese kind of 3DS code that allows you to download it from the marketplace. Of course, they shut that marketplace down a few years ago. So essentially, this is just to be on your shelf. This is just a showpiece to show your Pokemon fan. This does nothing. It's pretty much just paper and cardboard inside of here, but I'm still super excited to add this to the collection. Down below, let me know what your favorite Pokemon version is, whether you are like me and enjoyed the original ones on the Game Boy, all the way through the newest ones on the Switch and the Switch 2. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new here and you have not done so, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you are enjoying my content. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.